Okay, I'm here. I'm just got some music on for now. Um, Getting myself a little warmed up here, ready for Uh, it's been such a woo crazy energy. Oh my gosh, there's planets everywhere, and they yeah. So remember, I had played this song here in the past, and I sung it for everyone who's not giving that love that they need to give, whether it's to yourself, which is number one, and then number two. But before you give it to number two, you got to give it to number one. Number you. Pull it back. Yeah, so that one just popped on here. I was playing something else, but it just reminded me that I did, I put it on another video for you. That's where it's at, remember? Yes. It's on one of my videos. You got to listen to it, and I got this. You see my new hair, and it's all over me. Yes, I'm just, I love my scarves though, so they're like my crowns, and and I wear them because that's like, it's my culture of my other timelines. So, and this is like, it's just because the transition that you must go through is, like I said, you must learn how to pull all your energy back to yourself, and you must take your you and become your you, and then you got to go from your you to your you self, remember, and then you got to lose all these places in life and energies, things that has brought you into worlds of lifetimes that cause you to believe that the real life is in the natural when it's not. It's in the spirit, and the real you is in the spirit, and the real you is in the consciousness that's incarnated or walk in, like I am, into this body, and your subconscious has been controlling for the longest. Let me see. Hold on. So, only 16, never loved her so. She was too young to fall in love, and I was too young to do. I laughed at 16, and I was 16. That one, I like that one because it takes you back to when you, in the beginning of your times, when you was in that puppy love, and some of you came out with that one with you, and you built a life, and you made it, and you're still going to this day. Yes, a lot of you are, but then most of you didn't, because this world that has taught or has indoctrinated you to believe love comes from the human physical aspect, when it's not real love. That's lust, it's called. It's not called love. Love is something that is way far more connected into the energy of the spirit, of the heart, completely in the heart. But you cannot get that love with someone other than till you get it with yourself. And if you don't have it with yourself, you cannot get it with no one else. It doesn't work, because it just doesn't, okay? You're only learning how to exchange energies of wherever you're at. And then these parts in your life that, as you grow, your growth and everything that you have put on and taken on, and hurts and pains and illness, all kinds of things such as that, relationships, they have to be released. And then, and then you can move into the heart chakra, and then you live there. But you don't release them all in one time, one timeline, one lifetime. You don't release them like that, because you can't release them, you can release a lot of them. It depends on what dimension you're in. and whatever dimension you're in, you may have, whatever you go in, you got more that had to be released. Then you go to another dimension, there is more need to be released. And so, and no matter, as you continue to make the transition, you make the transition to go up, higher, in your consciousness of your true me, the one that is not visible in this realm, but in the other realms, the one that is more in control of you, who you are here. Yes, because you're in multi universes and dimensions and parallel universes, at one time you're in this. So you're not just you right here, you and many other yous, okay? And you're playing out the same lifetimes in those times, but you're like in steps ahead of who you are. And then this is like your finish line, and this is your finish life, and then you finish with this one on this plane, and you move to the other energy body. You'll take on different body completely, not like this one. But in this one, you have, if this one goes with you, you make this one in a transformation. While you're here, so you have to shift the energy out of the low vibrating energies and into the higher vibration. So, and the only way you get that, you have to bring in information. Information brings in light, and then and darkness dissipates or disappear. Okay, because then you have information, so you're not in darkness anymore. You see, you're in the light. So, and that must be truth versus a lie, because you've been born and shaped in lies. You came in lies. You've been brought in. You've been made up. You've been shaped. You've been everything, So, but yet the truth has always been there, but the lie has covered it in many times of living. So you basically forgot about the truth, and you lost the truth. So now the truth is coming back. So it's pouring in like a light, and so it's bringing forth the light to shed on to the darkness of the lie, what you've been lied about and told to for many years, and timelines on top of timelines. So now it's hard to get you out of the way you believe, and what you believe now is false belief. It's belief versus truth. Okay, what would you rather have? Belief or truth? Because now is coming to the time where you must take the truth. So what is truth? You got to find what is truth. Everything is true, but what everything is not truth. Okay, so even a lie is true, but everything is not truth. Okay, so truth is what's been missing, and so truth is light, and so you must bring in light, which is information, and then you, yes, got some parking, and then I'm in front of the electronics. If I do this more often, and I do, because I have videos for you that's just sitting and ready to be loaded. So I do it, I work on doing it every day. But if I need to do it more often so I can get my throat chakra open up more so I can speak loud, But so, I'm in love. Yeah, so, and I haven't did much working out today, so I need to be doing it all the time. But, when these energies, when they come in, as you're not aware, you could be probably doing a whole lot of things and thinking that you just got a bad attitude or you're just in that slump or that, that low energy feeling, or you just think you're just something that's all over you, but it's not so much as you as the planets that's lined up and how they will affect you. And the reason why they're affecting you in different ways depends on who you are, especially when they're retrograded. Oh my gosh. It's to help you to release things that's in your past times of life, and for you to go back and fix some things that you should have fixed and left it undone, and say, regardless of whatever it is, you have to, those planets is there to push and pull you to certain ways in life, and for you, because there's a transition taking place, and and if you're not aware, you just make believe that you just kind of, in one of these here phases of life that you're just going through something, and you are, but you're not aware what is causing it, pretty much, and what is it, and why are you going through it, So you have to be aware to know that's why you're going through it, And the reason why is because the planets line up in a certain way each month, every week seems like. I was like, oh. And when they're retrograde, oh my gosh, it depends on where you at and how much of rising and the moon or the sun. It's got so much to do with astrology that you have not been taught. You have never been been educated about your real true belonging, meaning of being here on the planet. You have not been educated. You've been indoctrinated and to believe one thing that was not so you believed a lie, and now you be damned, as they say, which is true. So because the Adam, and the Adam is like a real sore in your solar plexus somewhere concerning the natural man, the Adam, So all these things play a huge part in your existence as far as Earth plane and as far as Earth's time of growth and life expansion on here, because you've been entrapped into some other way of life and living that wasn't not your own reality of seeing and believing and knowing. It was it's like your memory has been wiped of the true conscious of who you really are up into this lifetime. And then this lifetime was the one that you came in. When you came this time, you came here to free yourself completely and to release all karma that's been in your lifetimes before, in the past times, But so these things are all playing a part in your life right now, and you are either unaware or aware. You can't be both. And if you're like just still going along in the church world and the Bible, and you're unaware. Believe you me, you're not aware. You're stuck in the illusion, and you're serving gods that is just only like one little dimension higher than you are, and they're not even, nice gods. They're like nice, mean gods, okay? Only if you really give them, what they're looking for, depends on how much of your energy you giving out, which in the church world you're giving quite a bit. And they're just living off of it, and you just keep giving it to them, and you're not getting any back for yourself because you don't receive from something that is just as you are in one sense, which is the source of energy, and you are a source of an energy. They're just one step up a little bit above you in energy vibrations and awareness, and you're not, and so they behold themselves as they were your gods, and you accepted it in their way of presenting it to you in an illusion or in a deception way. And so deception goes a long way. It's really huge. It's a a big subject, okay? Very, very big subject. So just keep that in mind, So, okay. Anyway, my only purpose was on here to come in and to bring some awareness upon you to let you know what's really happening on the planet right now, and all the transitions that's taking place on the planet. Oh wait, I can't when I got a little sidetracked there. So let me stop it for a minute. But so now and so that's my only purpose for coming, so that you can kind of get a feel of what's really happening on the planet and why that you feel these all sorts of emotions and different things that is taking place in your life that I know that is, whether you may know that you are, and what is it coming up from, and why are you feeling that way, and all these things. That's why, because of the changing of the planet, the changing of this planet, the changing of all the planets, and that's going to be happening more and more as we continue in this year until we finish it out, because we're all in a school, we're all in a test, we take a test, we're all in a play, we're having a play, and we're all here to stop something from happening in our future, so that it does not happen. So we change it while we're in our past here. We're from our future back in our past, and this is where we're at here, and now we're changing something in our presence so it does not happen in our future. And this is the reason why you're on the planet. And so while you're here, you got to finish out some things that has kept you from, or that will keep you from evolving into another civilization, another energy of source, to evolve into something different than where you are today, and to where you have been in timelines and awareness and likeness of source. Okay, so now the likeness of source is wanted to change to another image, another way, another life source of living, and so you're making that switch. And that switch has to be made either in the body or out of the body. Is your choice. But you do it better. It's a much better. It's not easy. It's a harder change when you do it in this planet and this earth with the free will. But it's a way to rid yourself of. It's a much faster way to live out lifetimes and predominantly release from a lot of timelines that you have been living in and living under, and living repeated patterns of life that you have repeated. So, and then in this month, there are some things going to happen this month, like I think around maybe the 15th, the 20th, and 22nd. A lot of things are going to take place. That something's going to happen. It's going to be good, but then it's going to have the polarity in it, where you see a jerk side to it too. Jerk side, yes. So look forward to things changing in a much better way, much better way. But it will be some polarity there, so it's going to feel like it's getting worse or bad, but it's not. Keep in mind, do not take any things that deals with shots and vaccinations and things like that from the virus people and all the ones who want to kill you. So if they want to bring this thing out, what they really want to try to do, they're attempting to do, to bring out a vaccination or vaccine or something to entrap you and to kill you, pretty much. If you take the shot, if you to prevent the virus or whatever, it's just going to be something completely different, or something that's added to what you're already going through. It's just something to take your life away, in one sense of form, and because they're never going to stop finding ways to complete their mission, which is to not to continue with this human race that you are, a civilization that you are, they want to wipe you completely out, where you do not exist at all. You'll be like it's called a sideboard, and that's what you would be, which would be more like a computer rather than a human. It'll be complete. There's so much to how to give it to you to explain. We're called like the fifth root race, okay? They have a sixth root race that they want to bring in and replace you with, which is the fallen angels. And so you got two sides of things going on here. Like I say, two sides of the coin. I want to teach you, but I want to bring it out to show you a way of how you see the coin, and how when the coin was solid, and then they put this piece in it, put some copper in the middle of it. Well, that means something. It's for your life as well. So, but always remember, it's two sides of everything. It's always been that way. And when you're in certain dimensions and certain patterns of life, but then there are certain places, things that is three sides to it, like the pyramids and things. So, and just everything has its place of adding up to each way, and all things mirror itself in the source of its wholeness. So it's really great. Let me see how I want to bring this out. It's really the whole. It's like a whole. It's like a big picture that is almost impossible to unravel. But you can if you stay in tune with it. You must stay in tune. You must be intact with source at all times. You must allow the energy to flow through and bring on the awareness, so that when it's time for you to be revealed of another source, of another way of source, you are able to receive it and take it in, because the way source is like moving energy of all times, and it's moving in directions of evolving and of changing, and that's everything. Not just you, everything, and it puts out a different form of itself in different realities, in different dimensions, in different universes. So, like I said, remember, you're not the only creation. There is much more, way much more than you can even begin to imagine, that's not in your reality of your seeing, of your ability to see. Okay? Well, yeah, they exist. Trust me. Extreme, and they are watching you all the time. They always were. They always did, and it's the purpose that they, But when they should have been watching, they wasn't. Whoever was, and then the enemy came in the camp and took your energy and brought it into a formulation of something that was not evolved in the way you would have been evolved, but evolved in the way they brought you in to evolve, which was not your evolving, because you wasn't able to. You were shut off in your DNA to two helix when you got 24. Yeah, so what can you do with two? Not much. You've been dumbed down, brought down to a low way of thinking and believing and seeing, and all you see was what you see, and which was nothing much. When they said you wasn't using much of that brain, that was true. He was lacking on a lot of it. So just keep in mind, things are going to get worse, but it's also going to be getting better. It's all on how you perceive. It's all on how you're prepared. It's all on how you, in exceptions of what is taking place and how you move forward. So just keep in mind that there's going to be, a change in timeline where you're going to be going back to a 1600 timeline. You won't really know it to a certain degree, but you will, because the food sources and different things like that is going to be disappearing. All kinds of things are going to happen, but yet at the same time, there's going to be a place that you can move into for safety if you keep shuffling, releasing, and making the transition as the transition comes to you to rod, to take a hold to and to release and move forward, release and come on. So if you do that, you will make the transition and you'll go on into the new earth, the new world. You'll be in the 5D dimensional. You'll live in a higher vibration and a much more peaceful living life, and everything will be there for you. But it only takes place as you move toward it, and your reality change completely from where you're at. You must take a hold of it. You cannot it won't happen if you don't take a hold of it, because the energy is there for you to evolve. Okay? So hope I got something to you today, because it has been so hard on me to even come here and give you messages. I have them. I have plenty of them. But just to bring them for you and give them to you, oh, my God, I have to push myself through it, because I am, being washed too. And while I'm being washed, I have to really, make it so I can make it too, and grab a hold to the things that I need to grab a hold to, and not allow it to pull me back down either. Remember, we're in quicksand. When you're in purgatory, that's what you're in, So, okay, I got to finish working out because I haven't did it all day. So this is where I'm going to stop at. All right, like, subscribe if you haven't, and please do subscribe, because I need my channel to grow, right? And I'm here for you, and not just for you, but for everyone, which is you, and your yourself, and your me, and for me. And I'm here as a seeker, but yet a truth bearer. And I am here to only give you the truth. I'm not here to give you lies, but I'm here to reveal the lies. And so it's up to you to take the truth and receive the truth, or keep the lie and live the lies. And it's entirely up to you, what you do with it when I bring it to you, okay? All right, so share the videos and like and subscribe. Yes, right. And also don't forget to donate for my fundraisings for the African children in Africa that I am, 3 little orphanages of Africans that I have, that I look after, and I need helping bring money into them to feed them and stuff. Okay? All right, namaste. I love you all.